Good evening, YouTube. Well, I watched the R. Kelly. I had said that I wasn't even going to do the story. I think it's been done before. I think a year or so, 2 years ago, I did a video about this very same subject when there was a documentary made about R. Kelly and his goings on. Well, I couldn't tear myself away. I kept saying, well, there were 6 episodes. So beginning with episode one, each time I said, well, I think I know the story now. But I was drawn in because this is what people were talking about. They want to talk about R. Kelly. So my question is, now what? What's going to happen? Is R. Kelly? I wish they would have spent more time in this documentary telling us about what's going on now. Are these cancellations of concerts really affecting him? They did say that he had lost his 2 homes in Atlanta. They were actually rentals. They did say that some concert engagements had been canceled. Some radio stations were not playing him anymore. Tom Joyner was part of this thing. I wanted to know more about what's going on with him right now. And is anyone doing a check on his homes to see is anybody in there underage right now? And in hip hop in general, lots of pretty girls, big butt girls, and all these bikinis and things that we never really think about how old they are. And women wear a lot of makeup and hair and stuff like that. So hopefully, no one else is pulling the same kind of thing right out in open, where underage girls are being used in this hip hop phenomenon. So the emphasis here is R. Kelly. So I think it's the same thing we rehashed every couple years, but now we actually been able to see these women, these girls, who he seems to want to have some relationship with. They didn't say a lot about him, about all of his one night stands and sex parties and that kind of things. But for what was exposed tonight, in the last last week or so, is he wanted to have relationships with these people, and he wanted them all separated. And he had separate rooms for them. I was amazed to hear they have buckets in their rooms so they can pee in the bucket. They can't even be trusted to go to a bathroom. I think that's pretty sick. People got to ask you to eat. It's pretty sick. The whole situation is sick and disgusting. So I wonder, what can I add to that story? Every YouTuber in the United States is commented on this story. And I think everything that needs to be said has been said. So my question is, what about now? What's happening now? Is he still able to book concerts? Are his contracts with the record companies? I think you said, was it? I don't want to say the wrong one, so I don't want to be sued. But whoever his record companies are they still supporting him? Do they still have them on their rosters? The thing is, I believe, they said that he's Teflon and nothing sticks to him, right? The thing is, if R. Kelly is able to do this and get away with it for decades, what does it say to the other person who is perverted in their sexuality? They're perverted. They want to have young girls locked in rooms, serving him, doing all kind of things with each other, getting girls. I just think R. Kelly was already a pervert. He was going to be a predator if he had money or not. When he became famous, of course, he could make these fantasies come true because money buy anything, right? But I think in his core, he is damaged. He's a pervert, and he's probably very intimidated by adult, grown women. He wants somebody you can control. Who can you control? A teenager, a young mind. All those girls screaming in the aisles. I mean, when you think about it, it's the perfect setup for a sexual predator. If your audience is predominantly, we all know that young girls are the ones who buy music. They're the ones who faint in the aisles. They're the ones that have to be carried away because they're so over emotional about seeing a star. And R. Kelly sexualized the whole thing. So I don't know that it's all that surprising that a predator would find comfort in that environment. Obviously, he's going to abuse that, and that's what he did. So what's going to happen now? If they can't, I guess the statute of limitations on various sex crimes. I don't know how long that is for having sex with minors. But you would think out of all the people he's been with, some of these cases are relatively recent. I think they should be investigating R. Kelly, not then, not 20 years ago. Now, right now, is he breaking any laws right now? Because it says to the other persons who want to carry on this hedonistic lifestyle, they're saying to them that you can do this. R. Kelly did it, so therefore I can do it. A lot of them, they never even occurred to them they can get away with such. When you use someone as an example, in other words, society says, no, you can't do this. This will ruin your life and you will end up in prison. At the very least, you'll end up financially ruined. Everything you have can be lost behind young girls. Society has to say that, right? We, as a society, have to say that not only Me Too, those cases involve mostly grown women. You are committing felony after felony after felony after felony, and you are not paying any price for it, and you're doing it right out in front of our eyes, writing music about it. Like it's a good thing. You're marrying these. Was he even able to marry a 15-year-old girl? I've heard of hillbillies and people doing stuff like that, but I would think that in the modern times, you wouldn't even be able to do something like that. So, R. Kelly, you're a nasty man. You need to get you some help, quick. If you can salvage any kind of property or money or anything, I strongly suspect that when that money starts drying up, he's probably losing everything that he worked and accumulated, all behind sex. If you can stay out of jail, if they do not pursue you because of statute of limitations or whatever the reasons are, your singing career is probably more than likely over. You write under pseudonyms and all that, whatever. Maybe that's why the record company keep him around. He said, well, we can have him writing, but just not use his name. Use his talent without using his name. We don't know what their reasoning is behind that. I would imagine there should be some kind of morals clause in even in music contracts. They could get rid of him if they chose to. For some reason they're holding on to him. Everyone says he's a musical genius and he's able to, and it is amazing. He's got an amazing talent, but this is not about his talent. Everyone says that he's just super talented, right? I'm suspecting, just coming to my head right now, those record companies must have a way to use this man's talent without using his name. Don't put his name on it, keep him under contract, and we'll still get that music. Although people won't know that they're getting R. Kelly music. That's the only thing I can come up with. Why would they keep somebody hanging on whose career has been sabotaged by himself? He sabotaged his own career because he had to have all this sex. And not only is it sex, he's having adult sex with little girls, little children. And those girls were describing some of the things that he was having them do, and the videotape that we have, we know he was doing not normal things, not things that 13, 14-year-old girls do with their little boyfriends or whatever. Not like that, not the discovery. This is a grown man who is perverted. And is perverting these girls. This will stick with them. You're not going to be able to just shake it off. So, only question I have about this thing, only thing I can add to it is, what is going on right now with R. Kelly? Is he finished? Is he writing under pseudonym? That would be my question. But the series was done well. My phone's going, my dog's going. Lord have mercy. All right, you guys. If you haven't seen that, it's on Lifetime On Demand. All 6 episodes. I think it's 6 episodes that they made. So I encourage you guys to check it out. It's the same information, but we get into detail. And there were some stories that I liked. I liked the way the one woman went and rescued her daughter, and how the parents, the 2 other families, stuck to getting their child, even though they haven't seen them yet, I think, in one of the cases. But this is what can happen. This is what can happen in hip hop when you're dealing with a person who is as damaged as this man is. I mean, you would think that a long time ago he would have figured out that this was going to destroy him, and to put it all on film is just crazy. Anyway, stop, boy. All right, people, check out Surviving R. Kelly. It's on Lifetime. It's good. Well done, put it that way. Later.